Hello, welcome to Demystifying Disabilities. This is a show that breaks the mystery around disability and makes it real for everybody so that people will not have preconceived notions about people with disabilities. Today my guest is Yasmine, who I call the Yas Santua of Sickle Cell. She recently set up a foundation called Sickle Strong Warriors. We are going to talk about the relationship between sickle cell and disabilities today. Honestly, I had no idea that sickle cell could cause disability. So please tell me a bit about the relationship and how sickle cell can cause your hip to erode to the extent that you actually needed a hip replacement.
So with sickle cell, it's a complicated genetic disorder, obviously. So it's something that things pop up as you're growing. My hip replacement issue, I started when I was about 12 years old. I started limping, and I was in Ghana then, so we couldn't really find why. When I moved to London, it was discovered that I had avascular necrosis of the femoral head, so which means that the bone dies, so it eats away, and then it dies. So once it died, it needed to be replaced. But as you know, I'm a very stubborn person, so I kept the hip for as long as I could, and then finally I needed to replace the hip. I fought it for as long as I could, and then it was replaced. So what they did was to put a plastic cap on over there, so that it hasn't healed fully. I need to replace the second hip, but with sickle cell, it's a continuous battle.
When you started limping seriously and you had to use the stick, did the way people perceive you change? I mean, did you notice a change in attitude towards?
Yeah, well, I think there was more sympathy. Yeah, there was more sympathy.
How did you deal with the sympathy?
Like I always do, it's just, as I say, sickle cell is an inconvenience.
Yeah.
So for me, whether sickle cell is there or not, I do what I need to do. I think for me, the most frustrating part was the lack of access. The sympathy, yeah, I get it all the time when I'm in hospital. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but the major problem for me was the lack of access to certain things and certain places. Yeah. But now you have disability access, and then you have to argue before you park there, or you go to a mall and they've locked the disability toilet and say it's for the managers. And I'm like, well, why do you have the sign on the door? I methat happened recently. So it's exhausting.
Talking about the disability park, and I remember the first day I went to the mall and I saw they had put the sign there. Yeah. I was so elated. I was like, hey, at long last, Ghana, we have progressed. Yeah. I get there and I tell the security man, because as usual, they put a barrier there to prevent people from parking there. Now I want to park there. He tells me that it is for motorcycles. I said, for the first time, I was dumbfounded. Yeah. I was so shocked that I could not say anything. So I had to argue with him for about 5 minutes. Yeah. I explained to him what that symbol meant, because they put the symbol there, but they had not explained it to the rest.
Yeah, I get that every day.
But I think in the past 15 years, attitudes are changing. A bit. Yeah, a bit. Not as much as we want it to change. Yeah, but we have made some progress. Yeah. My experience with the disabled toilet is that when you go there, it's full of the cleaning equipment, because the cleaners store their equipment there. And you always have to argue with them.
It's like every day you have to explain it to somebody. So I think we still need more education, we still need more awareness, because people still don't have a clue.
It's been an interesting conversation, but we have to cut it short now, and we'll come back in a bit when we'll talk about creating more awareness, as well as Yasmine giving us a bit more insight into sickle cell and the genotype and and the issues around sickle cell.